Hello friends, we've got several days till Major. Valve released an update on that occasion. Thorn leaked the amount of transaction between Gambit and Cloud9, and will they still buy Virtus.pro? We'll talk about this today. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll begin. As you all probably already know, Valve rolled out an update tonight. They have added passes, pick'ems, and of course, the stickers, because many of the teams are making their way to the Major. And this time they have decided to give an opportunity to earn money to all of the teams that were qualified to get into the main tournament. Before that, only those who reached the playoffs were looting money, and now it's available for all teams to earn some money too. And by the way, there are now 2 passes obtainable, a regular one and a deluxe gold edition ultra duper for rich people, where you'll be given 3 additional tokens to souvenir sets. They also released new shiny stickers, and all the players also received autographs. That being said, Perfecto left a message with a sticker. The last letter is made in the form of a world peace sign. Peace. Basically, this year Valve got really generous and gave all the teams an opportunity to get some money rolling. But there's a little problem here. Turns out that now, the total income is split among all, so I think the profit per team will be less than last year. But the capsule for the winners is still preserved, so the champion gets jackpot. Now Simple can definitely win the second major in a row and retire. Moreover, he reconciled with Yan again, his ex-girlfriend. In my opinion, the last time they broke up was right before the major and they won. Well, is that a wake-up call for all the Navi fans? In fact, I mentioned Simple's retirement for a reason. Dima One-Shot here, a former Espada player, returned to CSGO after a year in Valorant and gave an interesting interview. On one hand, Valorant is a game where everything is fun and cool, but there are absolutely no tournaments, and if you are not a famous streamer from the USA and you couldn't qualify for the main tournament, then you'll be sitting around for 3 months straight. So meet the prodigal son. I have returned. If Simple transfers to Valorant, then he'll be certainly taken to any organization. He'll have a chance to go to the USA and earn a lot of money. I'm sure one day Simple will do it, closer to the age of 28. And he'll also win a couple of majors, and there you go. At the age of 28 to 30, transfers to another team. Because that's Sasha Simple. So friends, what do you think? Will Sonya move to Valorant after winning a couple of CSGO majors? But on the other hand, he still gets profit here. He even got into the European Forbes list of 30 under 30 years old. Well, and James from Virtus.pro generally considers him the best sniper in history. He recently said this on his stream, so Simple has everything just fine in CS. And that cannot be said about Virtus.pro. Even on his stream, James told that their future is still vague. Anything can happen. The entire team might be even redeemed, as it was done by Cloud9 with Gambit earlier. But nothing is clear at this point. I think it's clear that the main decisions will be made after the major. But the fundamental question for the fans is, what's up with Yekindar? Will he really leave the team? And Merrick has the answer to that.
Yes, man, streaming is life, man. I haven't streamed for such a long time, huh? Куда переходишь? Кто вам сказал вообще, что я куда-то перехожу, я не пойму. If at some point you leave your... Do you think you could join an international team? If at some point I leave, then yes, I think yes.
But Senya, the legend of Navi in CS 1.6, thinks quite the opposite. I think that Yekindar is very likely to go to Navi. He lives in Latvia while speaking Russian with a very good knowledge of English. In my opinion, he fits very well in Navi. He might be a good substitute for Electronic, for example, which might not wish to leave Russia. If Navi fails to perform at Major and does not win, that can possibly mean that they will have to change the lineup. Only a victory at the Major will somehow smooth it out and guys will live in Europe. But to be completely honest, it's all very doubtful. I would estimate the probability of Navi retaining its lineup by 15 to 20%. There is such analytics from Senya we got here, even with a percentage. What do you think? What is the chance of Navi maintaining the same team? Well, in the meantime, some teams are preparing for reshuffles and future changes. It looks like EG decided to go all in and plan to sign 2 more teams. Yeah, you heard it right. According to das.tu portal, they want to buy out the youth team of Carpe Diem and Party Astronauts, despite the fact that the main roster also remains in the organization. What's the point of such approach? it's only known by EG. It would be better for them to deal with the main team and then sort things out with other rosters, but they decided to go the other way. There's Virtus.pro. Take it and buy it, as Cloud9 did, and by the way, Thorin shared some interesting details. I see that deal as a tremendous success for Cloud9. This is one of the best steps an organization could take to return to discipline. It had bought a team that is consistently in the HTLV top 5 and will not leave in the nearest future. In addition, it was lucky to snatch a lineup with such a high rating for a ridiculous price. As far as I heard, the entire roster and the manager costed $1 million. It's just hilarious. For those who don't know, in 2019, Evil Geniuses spent $3 million to buy out the NRG lineup. That is a reasonable price for a top 5 team. In 2020, Astrals would cost about $4 to $5 million, and FaZe with Nico and Caldera would cost more than $4 million. So, that's an amazing value for money deal. The Cloud9 team has the potential to become best in the world considering the problems in other teams. There were rumors that m0NESY only cost G2 $600,000, and that is only one player. And Cloud9 now has players stronger than m0NESY, and this whole team is time tested. That is the best deal in the history of CSGO. Well, can't argue over that. Koya device was bought for about $1 million, for Nico was given even more money. And according to some analysts, the cost of one player, Simple, is more than $5 million. The question is, which one is better to buy out? Simple's 1/5, only his right hand, or the whole Gambit team together with the coaches and the manager? That is the most profitable deal on one hand and the most unprofitable on the other. But it's clear that this is all about the current sanctions and the vague future of the team. For example, VP had to withdraw from AEM Dallas because of visas, but Cloud9 feels just like at home, so they will play. Oh, by the way, right now they have a boot camp in Serbia. It looks like that this is the main transshipment center for all Russian teams. And finally, according to the news, the Guardian decided to return to the pro scene, and it showed its Slovak dream team. Well, you haven't been racing for a long time, but it's more like the last convulsions before the end of the career of a once great player. Incidentally, this can be expected by some coaches. The ESIC made an official statement that before the major, they will release a whole list of new banned coaches. They say that there will be Malik from EG, Peacemaker from the Uncle Fallen's team, and many other famous people. Well, we are waiting for another major scandal on pro scene in the coming days. Come on, join my Telegram channel. Tap on the link in the description below. There you can find more news. Well, and we are waiting for the major, which I hope I will be allowed to show you. See you soon!